Hello, fellow collectors. Today we're going to be talking about DC Multiverse, Curse of the White Knight, Batman vs. Azrael, and the Batman armor. So here we have the Azrael, we have the Batman in the White Knight uniform. On the side here, Batman vs. Azrael in the Batman armor, Batman Curse of the White Knight. On the back, we have a little diorama picture of the two toys with the bottom and a little bit of flames in the background. And we also have some other figures available from McFarlane Toys. And Batman vs. Azrael. Alright, so if I bring in my scale and I turn it on, we'll see that this is coming in at 1 pound, 10.8 ounces. So let's get it off the scale and out of the box. Okay, now that we got them out of the box, we have this lovely diorama of Gotham City, I guess, in there. The problem is with all these dioramas, they take the time, they print these out, and then they put these things on here so that we have to take off, and it would scar the background. So it's pretty much just wasted. I would like to see these cards and everything come in little bags and everything that doesn't ruin the backdrop, because some people use these on their shelves for a little decoration behind the figures. But anyway, off the soapbox, here's the card for Azrael. We see the nice artwork here, and here is his data file. Please pause to read. And here is Batman. Please pause to read. And here we have Azrael's sword. We see the cross here. Very nice touch. Saint Dumas. And Batman comes with some swords also. These two. My name is Antonio Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Love the Princess Bride. But like I say, he comes with two of them. And this one still has tape on it. Here we have, like the other Curse of the White Knights, we have a rope with a batarang on it. The two sheath for the sword scabbards with a Batman crest on it. This fits on his back. We also get this flame motif. Now this would not be the last time we saw this flame motif. We see it again in the Superman versus Atomic Skull. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Batman Curse of the White Knight first. See, a capeless white knight with the straps on for the scabbards for the sword. And like I say, they just fit on there just like that. And you'll see it completes the illusion that they're all one piece. And like I say, they do fit in here nicely. And he does have a little hook here for his batarang. All right. And it's a rope. Now the Curse of the White Knight, Batman can look up, down, right, and left. Has the cover for the shoulder. Shoulder gets pretty good movements here. Out for a T-pose, rotates around. Ab swivel, single bend, in the elbow with this ratcheted elbow. Has this ball jointed hinge here. And the wrist can rotate all the way around. Now as far as Abby Crunch goes, forward we get a little bit. We get this little dagger here that causes a little bit of problems. But if we fold back here, we can get a pretty good ab crunch. Now it does rotate on both of those, and it does have a waist swivel. As far as splits go, he does this much of a split. Forward and back, double bend in the knee. We have a ball jointed hinge here for the ankle, allows for free roam movement, forward and back, and a little side to side, whichever way it is pointing at. He also has holes on the bottom of his feet for stands and a toe bend. So pretty standard stuff, but pretty good on this figure. Now if we bring in Azrael himself in this very nice black armor, definitely dig this armor. Very, very cool. Like I say, he has a sword, but he does not have a scabbard for it to go in. So love the Batman motif based on the Azrael armor. Now he has a soft rubber cape. It is attached to his back. Now the head can go down, up, right and left. Arms go out. For sort of a T-pose, this armor here blocks a little bit of it, but he still can get a pretty good arm up. And he also has these spikes here on his arm, which also get in the way. Let's see if we can get this side a little bit better. Same kind of dilemma with those spikes. Watch it or you'll bend them. But he does have a full rotation in the arm, forward and back. A bicep swivel. Single bend just like Batman for that arm. He has these wrists on a ball jointed hinge with the spikes. So it's very, very nice. As far as ab crunch goes, he also has a pretty good ab crunch. A couple of gaps whenever you do that. So far, forward has a little bit because of the armor, a little bit of gap there. Now he does have waist movement on the other chest and where it should be. Splits go, here we go, forward and back. Has a single or double bend in the knee and the ball jointed ankle. Free motion side to side, forward and back. He has boot toe bend and has lots of tread on the bottom. So it's cool. They give that detail. So this also has a couple of spots. There's a peg here and a peg here. So, and a peg here. So the figures can stand up on them. So now these flames do have a way of detaching. You can just pull this off if you wanted to use it somewhere else. So it's very cool that they included this feature. You could put it in the background to give a little bit more flame or something like that somewhere else. if you can get it to stand up, or even throw it in the background a little bit further, which you can't see because it's on camera. Well, there we go. Let me drop it down just a little bit. There we go. Now you can see. Now you saw too much. All right. Camera issues today. All right, so if stand Azrael back up, get a height measurement for him, and he doesn't like that peg hole, so we'll go to the other foot. And Azrael is coming in right at 7 3/4 inches, while Batman is coming in at 7 1/8. So he's definitely taller than the Batman. Now for some comparisons, let me move this out of the way. First, we'll take a look at Batman here. We'll bring in the red edition of Curse of the White Knight Batman here. We'll see that he also has the hook just the same. Everything except for the top and the chest part here is pretty much the same mold, which you would expect. He had to change costume. Same articulation. But the only thing is this one has a cape and a couple other accessories, but this one does have the swords. So if I bring these guys out, bring Azrael back in, the first one we'll take a look at is the Azrael in the red here. With the flaming sword. Same sword that he comes with in this version. Just as this is the pre-Batman armor. This is a very cool figure. I always still love this guy. Now, if I bring in the first Batman armor here that we saw with Nightfall, we can see how they kind of blend both elements together. And that's why I do still love this armor and this armor. No doubt. People always complain about the color blue and everything. That's just a minor detail for me. It's still having the figure like this is the key part. So if you're looking for these guys, they are not sold in stores anymore. Not really sure they were sold at stores to begin with. As a 2-pack, I've never really seen it in Target, or I probably would have snatched it up then. You can find them on Amazon, eBay. Every once in a while, somebody else will have one as a clearance or something they found in the back stock room, something like that. If you get lucky, you might find one for a good deal. But remember, as always, shop around, like, subscribe, and keep collecting.